Thoughts on Conor versus Dustin? Man, it's a hard one, because a lot of people say, Dustin was just going to run through him. I don't know if Dustin necessarily runs through him, Chad Mendes ran through Conor, and then Chad Mendes, lost that fight. Conor is better than we think he is a lot of times at dealing with the early onslaught and the early adversity and the early takedown and the early wrestling and grappling. He is good at it. This one, obviously, he broke his freaking leg. It didn't look good. Poirier was pouring it on him. But, man, I just wanted to see that fight more as a fan. I wanted to see at least another round, 2 rounds of those guys fighting. But I think Poirier wins that fight. I think Poirier would have won that fight. But I don't think you can necessarily say, hey, because of the first round, he would have smashed him. Imagine if Charles Oliveira would have broke his leg in the last phone call coming in. But what I was saying is, imagine if Charles Oliveira would have broke his hand, broke his elbow, broke his shoulder, broke his leg, broke his foot at the end of that first round. Now, this is me, basically crapping on myself right now. This is what you got to do. You got to take the fighter hat off, put the analyst hat on, and say, imagine if Charles Oliveira would have broke his foot or ankle at the end of round 1. We could have easily said, well, Chandler was about to run through him. Chandler would have done what he did in the first round for 2, 3, 4, and 5, would have ran through him or would have knocked him out. And what happened? I got caught in the second round. Charles Oliveira is your lightweight champion. So you can't necessarily say, hey, just because Poirier beat Conor that badly in the first round, that he would have definitely beat him. When McGregor is healthy, would I fight him? Of course. I would fight Conor. I still think Conor is one of the top guys in the division. He's getting a hard time right now because of his antics and because he is so loud and proud. He falls hard. But heavy is the crown, man. The guy's the king of promotion. The guy is the king of getting people interested. Everybody's interested in watching him fight. So heavy is the crown, and that fall from grace is really tough. But as he comes back, as he gets healthy, he's already come back from an ACL injury. He's already come back from, broken feet and all kinds of stuff. So he's come back from a lot, man. I think at the risk of sounding like a fan, I do think what the guy does is it's intriguing at all times. Everything he does is intriguing. The way he trains, the way he fights, the way he brings about fight week, the way he brings about attention, the way he captures your and my and everybody's attention. He's a master at it. So I would love to fight him when he comes back, but we'll see. He's gonna definitely need a fight that's gonna kind of keep him relevant, but also a fight that he thinks he can win. So we shall see that.